So hello guys. Today I wanted to do an experiment with you, and it's going to take about a month to get the full conclusion of everything, but I figured I'd get started today. We are going to try a raspberry lemon honey ferment. I don't know if anybody has heard about the honey garlic ferment. I'm not going to do a video on that. It's all over the internet, all over YouTube, TikTok. Here's a jar of what I have left of mine. I added some chili powders. It's really good for you, really delicious, very versatile. And so I did some research on honey ferments, and I found that some people do fruit, and so you could put it on toast or whatever as sort of like a jam, but you also have the benefits of the lacto fermentation. So I figured we're going to try it today, and I'll bring you along the journey. I just have a small mason jar. I almost have the zest of a full lemon, but we're just going to put it in there. One thin slice of ginger, because I love ginger and everything. Now, I had some frozen raspberries. Fresh fruit is probably how they did this and why they did this in the first place, when they would get their berries or whatever, and it would be a way of preserving the freshness of the fruit and the food. But I don't have fresh raspberries, and we do the best with what we have when we have it. And so I am just going to fill the jar with these frozen berries. Now, as they thaw, they're going to release juice into the honey. That juice that's released into the honey is what is actually going to allow the honey to ferment. So bees, after they put the honey into the honeycomb, they fan it with their wings to reduce the amount of moisture in the honey so you don't get fermentation of the honey in the hive. Just a little fun fact for you. So I'm just going to take this honey. I don't want to hear anything about it's not local farm honey. Yeah, well, it's what I have. And that's something that we have to remember as people. We don't always have to have the freshest, the most organic, this, that, and the other. Use what you have and just get started. Because this is a heck of a lot better than if I put corn syrup in here or something like that. So small steps. Just do little things as you can, because something is better than nothing. So I know I have a chopstick in here. We got to let that honey just drip down and surround the fruit. Now, this is pretty hands-off. All you're going to do is every day, or when you remember it, have it sit on your counter, and you're just going to shake it or turn it or stir it, and that's going to keep the fruit rotating through the honey. That's going to keep, just everything working together. They say to let this sit for 1 month. And so I will be doing updates as the process goes, so we can see what happens with this honey ferment. So I'm just going to keep pressing down, making space, adding honey. I want to keep it lower so that there's room in the jar. And I will just use a lid, a plastic lid, and just screw it on loose. Honey ferments do not create a lot of gas, as you would see in regular fermentation, but you still need to let it breathe. It is going to need a little bit of air. Okay, thank you very much. Wait till the next update. Good evening, YouTube family. Sorry I'm in my pajamas. It's been a long day, but I did want to get this information out so I could wrap up this video. This is about the honey ferment. Here is the raspberry lemon honey ferment. As you can see, the fruit completely broke down. There are still the marmalade shreds of the lemon peel and the seeds. Let me tell you, this stuff is delicious. As you can see, me and my mom have been eating this for a couple of days for breakfast on our toast. I wish it was a little thicker, but the flavor is amazing. It basically tastes like a lemon raspberry jam, but because it is fermented, it does have all the benefits of the fermentation as well. So, as you remember, I used frozen raspberries in this, and I don't know if that's why the raspberries completely degraded, but I do have a pear cardamom that I just started tonight. So we'll see if that stays a little bit more chunky. All right, shalom.